You know that feeling when someone defends a controversial figure or policy so passionately that you wonder if common sense just packed its bags and left town? Yeah, me too. It's like watching someone try to put out a fire with gasoline while insisting they're a hero. Ever baffled by an intelligent friend blindly following a pundit who argues against their own interests? Or excusing a billionaire's cruel policies because, well, they're rich, so they must be wise? Trust me, you're not alone. Turns out an economic historian named Carlo Cipolla, probably while shaking his head at humanity, decided to study this fascinating phenomenon of stupidity. And boy, did he come up with some eye-openers. Buckle up, because Cipolla didn't just call that stupidity, he gave it 5 unshakable laws. First off, let's break it down. Cipolla categorized people into 4 groups. The intelligent, these folks help themselves and others. Think heroes. The bandits. They help themselves at your expense, like your annoying sibling stealing fries off your plate. The unfortunate. They try to help, but end up creating chaos. Bless their hearts. The stupid. The pièce de résistance. People who harm others and themselves. How? No one knows, not even them. First law of stupidity. Always and inevitably, everyone underestimates the number of stupid individuals in circulation. This law emphasizes the hidden prevalence of stupidity. We assume that stupidity is rare because societies seem to function well enough, but Cipolla warns us not to be fooled. Historical events repeatedly show how easily large groups of people fall into irrational behaviour. For example, in the lead-up to World War II, many ordinary citizens in Germany supported the Nazi regime, despite its aggressive, unjustified policies. The harm caused by this collective folly extended not just to persecuted minorities, but also to the average German family, who faced devastation by the end of the war. Stupidity here isn't about lacking intelligence. It's about an inability to act in one's own or society's interest. Consider modern misinformation campaigns on social media. Research by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology found that false news spreads faster and wider on platforms like Twitter than factual news, partly because people impulsively share without critical thinking. This phenomenon demonstrates the underestimated abundance of irrational behaviour in otherwise functional societies. Recognising the pervasiveness of stupidity is the first step to mitigating its effects. Failure to do so, Cipolla warns, leads to societies being blindsided by its consequences. Second law of stupidity. The probability that a person is stupid is independent of any other characteristic. Cipolla's second law dismantles the assumption that wealth, education, or social status protects someone from stupidity. The law implies that stupidity is a universal trait distributed equally among all demographics. A famous example is the 2008 global financial crisis. Highly educated individuals, including economists and investment bankers, engaged in risky practices like subprime mortgage lending. Despite their expertise, many underestimated the consequences of their actions, resulting in a global recession. The crisis demonstrated that intelligence in one area doesn't necessarily translate to wisdom in decision making. Moreover, history shows that leaders, regardless of their background, can make catastrophic decisions. Napoleon's invasion of Russia in 1812 is a case in point. Despite his military genius, Napoleon underestimated the logistical challenges and the Russian winter, leading to massive losses for his army and his eventual downfall. Cipolla's insight challenges the belief that certain traits shield people from irrationality. It serves as a cautionary reminder to evaluate actions critically, irrespective of a person's credentials. Third law of stupidity. A stupid person is a person who causes losses to another person or group while deriving no gain and possibly incurring losses themselves. This law highlights the destructive nature of stupidity. Unlike selfish individuals who harm others for personal gain, stupid people harm others and themselves. Their actions are counterproductive to everyone involved. A stark example is environmental degradation caused by short-sighted policies. In the mid-20th century, industrial practices in the United States led to severe pollution, harming ecosystems and public health. The burning of the Cuyahoga River in 1969, due to industrial waste, became a symbol of this harm. Although businesses profited at initially, the long-term consequences, cleanup costs, stricter regulations and reputational damage, negatively impacted the same industries. This law also applies to personal behaviours such as spreading conspiracy theories. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many people shared unverified claims about vaccines, leading to vaccine hesitancy. This not only endangered public health, but also harmed the very individuals who refused vaccination as they faced higher risks of severe illness. Stupidity, as Cipolla explains, creates a lose-lose situation. Recognising and avoiding such behaviours is crucial for personal and societal well-being. Fourth law of stupidity. Non-stupid people always underestimate the damaging power of stupid individuals. Even rational individuals often fail to grasp the full extent of stupidity's potential for harm. They assume stupidity will self-correct or be counterbalanced by logical thinkers. But this complacency can have disastrous consequences. Take the rise of authoritarian regimes. In the 1930s, many educated individuals in Germany underestimated Adolf Hitler's appeal and the Nazi Party's capacity for destruction. Intellectuals believed that reason and democratic institutions would prevail, failing to act decisively against the growing tide of extremism. By the time the danger was evident, it was too late to prevent the Holocaust and World War II. In modern times, climate change denial showcases this dynamic. Despite overwhelming scientific evidence, a vocal minority continues to deny its existence, delaying necessary actions. Rational people often ignore or dismiss these deniers, believing their influence is minimal, but their resistance to policy changes has contributed to escalating global environmental crises. Cipolla's fourth law warns against underestimating the damage that irrational individuals can inflict. Vigilance and proactive measures are necessary to mitigate their influence.
Check one, check.
Fifth law of stupidity. A stupid person is more dangerous than a bandit. Cipolla argues that stupidity is more harmful than selfishness, because bandits act with clear intent, while stupid individuals create chaos without purpose or gain. Their unpredictability makes them a greater threat. Consider cybersecurity breaches. Hackers acting selfishly may steal data for financial gain, but some attacks, like ransomware targeting hospitals, cause widespread harm with no clear benefit to the perpetrators. These actions disrupt lives and endanger patients, often leaving the attackers with little to show for their efforts. Social movements fueled by irrationality also exemplify this law. During the Salem witch trials in 1692, mass hysteria led to the execution of innocent people based on unsubstantiated claims. This collective stupidity devastated the community without benefiting anyone, not even the accusers who eventually faced backlash for their actions. Cipolla's fifth law underscores the importance of addressing stupidity at its root. While selfishness can be mitigated through negotiation or deterrence, stupidity requires a broader societal effort to promote critical thinking and accountability. So what's Cipolla's advice? Stay bloody vigilant, recognise stupidity before it snowballs. And remember, it's more common than you think. But here's the silver lining. We, the sensible folks, outnumber the stupid ones. If we speak up and act rationally, we can keep their impact in check. So next time you spot stupidity in action, channel your inner Cipolla and say, "Not today, my friend. Humanity's survival might just depend on it." Like and subscribe if this hit too close to home, and stay sharp out there.